artist. I hope to help you get started on your final draft for stamp art. I already have a video for you to watch on how to carve your stamp, but now it's time to use your stamp. So you should have already drawn out some designs up there. Should have had 10 ideas. Make sure they weren't too symmetrical like that. That would be too symmetrical. So you don't want that. And then you want to make 3 shapes that you are not going to carve away. So you could keep it abstract. You can actually do pictures of animals or your initials. If you're going to do initials or any kind of letters, make sure you do them backwards. But if your stamp is too symmetrical, then it will not make 2 different designs, which is what you're going to do at the bottom of your worksheet is practice doing some stamping. I have a stamp here that's been used. I have another one here, and you're going to color it with marker and try to get 2 different designs. All right, so I'm going to color this one with 2 different colors, and since this is just rough draft, give it a little cheat here where I'll just use it a few times. On your final, you'll want to color it every time. So I'm rotating around a corner. So that's one good pattern to do. It's very light. It's good to color it each time. And the sketch, Mr. Sketch markers work really well. Crayola is okay too, but these usually stamp nice and dark. So one should be maybe a rotating pattern, and the other one, make sure it's different. Color it. When you're coloring a lot, you'll probably keep your caps off. Maybe the second one, I'm just going to stamp straight and not turn it at all. So you decide, make sure your 2 patterns are very different. Like this person, they made 2 different patterns, but they weren't very different. Make sure yours are more different than these 2 ideas. Okay, your final paper, you're going to have 2 of these. And you want to draw a light grid on your 2 pieces of paper for your 2 different patterns. So a 1-inch grid works good. It's best to draw it really light. Grabbing a pencil. Don't want to use my pen for that. Draw it really light. This is 9 inches, so instead of moving my ruler every time, I'm just going to make little marks, 1-inch intervals, all around the edge of my paper. And then this is 6 inches. And then once you have all of these marks drawn, you just connect them with a ruler. Remember, connect them lightly so you can erase them when you're all done. So you do that to your 2 pieces of paper for your 2 different designs, and then just lightly connect them. All the stamp ideas that you came up with on your rough draft, you can do one on this one piece of paper and the other one on the other piece of paper. Make sure you're using the same stamp to make 2 different designs. If you need some inspiration for stamp ideas, I would look up some Islamic tile patterns. They use a lot of shapes like this, like a stamp. A tile is kind of like a stamp where they rotate the tile to get them some different patterns. And then once you have that lightly drawn on there, go ahead and make sure you color each time you stamp and hopefully get 2 very different designs. Let me show you one. Here is one that a 7th grader did. She has one design here using the same stamp, another design over there. And there's another really well done one. This was done by a 7th grader also. I think she used special markers, Posco pens, I think, for these. And I'll show you one last one. That when they rotate it around a corner, you can see their one stamp. And then this one, they rotated around a different corner. Just be careful you don't rotate around the opposite corner or you'll end up with the same two patterns. All right, artists, enjoy stamping and creating your own designs.